Hi, as many of you know, I'm Lachlan Gray, and instead of doing a statement of confirmation like everybody else, I decided to do a video based on a Bible story. Everybody should know the story of creation, and if you don't remember all of it, here's just a refresher. In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth, there was a formless void, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while a wind from God swept over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light was good. God separated the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a dome in the midst of the waters, so let's separate the waters from the waters." So God made the dome that separated the waters from the waters, and the dome from the waters and above the waters were called sky. And there was evening and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the waters be gathered together in one place, and let dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters were gathered together and were called seas. And God saw it was good. Then God said, Let earth put forth vegetation and plants yielding seed, fruit trees, and other fruits of every kind. The earth brought forth vegetation of all of these things. And God saw it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them be signs for seasons, for days and years. And let there be lights in the dome of the sky to give light upon the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. God set them upon the dome of the sky to the earth to rule over the day and night, and separate the light from darkness. And God saw it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly across the dome of the sky." So God created giant sea monsters and every living creature that moves, every bird and fish in the waters that swarmed of every kind. And God saw it was good. He blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring living creatures of every kind, cattle and creeping things and wild animals to the earth of every kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals of the earth of every kind, cattle of every kind, everything that creeps upon the earth of every kind. And God saw it was good. Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness, so that they have domain over the fish and the sea, and over the birds of the air, and the cattle, and the wild animals of the earth, and every creeping thing on the earth." So God created humankind in his image, male and female, he created them. He blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have domination over the birds of the air and every other living creature that moves on them." God said, "See, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of this earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You will have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird in the air, and to everything that creeps on the water, everything that had made breath of the life, I have given them green plant for food." And it was so. God saw everything he had made, and indeed it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and the multitude. And on the seventh day God finished the work that he had done, and rested on the seventh day from all the work he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because on it God rested from all the work he had done in creation. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth. So now you guys can see the movie. I spent quite a while on this actually, so enjoy. And I have some other special thanks that did not quite make it on here. I would like to thank my family, especially my grandparents and my cousins who came all the way here to see it. And I'd like to thank my confirmation friends because they have supported me all the way through. I'd like to thank Pastor Paul because he was actually well and good to be able to help me out with all my troubles during this journey. And I'd like to thank the rest of confirmation, not only for being there for me, but for also having to deal with it while I had to read that very long story.